My name is Oliver, and today I will be discussing this YouTube physical comedy short called The 1 Minute Time Machine, which I found to be really funny because of the use of their timing and their repetition, which I'll surely kind of explain later. This short comedy is basically about a man who kind of just spawns in with the time machine with the goal of trying to get a date with a woman that he finds very attractive, and all of that just takes place at a resting bench where they initially meet. It's a very funny short because there are moments which are very unexpected for us viewers, and the guy sort of just makes a fool of himself. For example, in this particular scene, she asks him what's he got there, where he responds nothing, and then she says, "You sure it's not a 1 minute time machine?" And then the camera just immediately cuts to the literal machine with that name. He looks defeated, so he hits the button or resets to go back in time, and she asks him the same thing again, but he responds, "Definitely not a 1 minute time machine," which pretty much defeats the purpose of him taking out the name. From here, he resets his time machine and continues to mess up back to back when talking to the woman, so he continues to reset it, which is what I mean by repetition. It's the back to back jokes and his mess ups that really make it funny, along with the facial reactions from both him and the woman, his awkward body language, and honestly, like the good timing. The comedy is very relevant today because a lot of people wish they could just undo mistakes in conversations or even actions they regret doing. With the press of a button, one makes things go their desired way, but in this case, this guy looks pretty ridiculous in doing so and continuously messes up. The intended audience is mainly teenagers and adults who can connect to these awkward social situations because it probably even lets us know that we're better off without a time machine, because the guy actually finds out from his lover that studies quantum mechanics that he actually cloned himself and his past selves actually died in the alternate universes. In addition, he looked extremely regretful, even more than when he first talked to the woman, so much that he didn't even care about her at that moment. She didn't want to lose him because she also had her feelings, so she decided to put the machine to use, which was a really funny and unexpected ending. I think this is one of the best examples of physical comedy on YouTube because it includes the classic comedy expressions which Chaplin and Marcel had to really perfect since there was no dialogue in much of their acts. The guy also reminded me a lot of Jim Carrey because they are very similar in the dumb character type of persona, which makes it hilarious to watch because you kind of get a secondhand embarrassment from their mistakes. His repeated mistakes and ongoing confusion resembles the comedy of errors seen in the Hardy and Laurel duo, where Laurel doesn't realize how funny he actually looks in committing mistakes. For a short film that is pretty easy to follow and keeps the audience engaged, I consider it among the best pieces on YouTube because of the clever idea and the incorporation of the classic comedy techniques that were mentioned. Thank you.